Welcome to the High Vibe Soul Podcast, a space where we discuss personal growth, spirituality, motherhood, relationships, and shifting old paradigms so that you can live your most authentic, soul-aligned life. I'm your host, Lyndsey, and I founded the High Vibe Soul Company to empower women and support them in becoming their highest, brightest selves. From my light to yours, I am so grateful you're here. Hello, friends. Welcome to your December energy forecast. I'm super excited to share this one with you because last month was a little bit intense. A lot of my clients, a lot of people I know went through illness and different sicknesses. For our family, my son, my oldest, he broke his elbow. That changed our entire month. Everything that we had planned went out the window. It was just all about taking care of him. And it was very, very intense for my husband and me. And of course, for my son, who's just such a little warrior. It was a big releasing month, a lot of emotional releasing, which also can manifest in like physical release. So if you experience that, you are not alone. I had clients who couldn't get out of bed for days. I mean, it was crazy, a lot of purging. But like I said last month, it was coming up to come out. It's all a good thing. You should feel so much lighter and brighter already, December 1, as I record this. I will just dive into what I wrote down when I was in meditation as I connected with your highest angels of light, your highest guides of light, and your highest selves. These next 2 months really feel like a transitional period, sort of setting the stage for 2026. I know the Gregorian New Year is January 1st, of course, but really New Year, if you look at the way the equinoxes are and kind of feel into the energy of the calendars, normally New Year really hits around like some people say the March equinox. I always feel it by like end of February, beginning of March. I really feel like that's when the energy fully shifts. These next 2 months are really setting the stage for you for 2026. So diving into December specifically, some of the keywords I wrote down: whimsy, magic, inner child. This really feels like a month where you can lean into indulging your inner child. It feels like a softer energy, a more peaceful energy. I saw like a blanket of snow when it first snows, like that very first snow. It is just so magical. Everything is so quiet and peaceful, and the energy just feels really, really special. That's what I was seeing when I tapped into December. Just this soft, peaceful energy blanketing everything. People are definitely ready for joy and fun after the heaviness of November, but also the energy just feels more sparkly for December. It feels more social. I feel like last month was a big inward month, a lot of inner work. This month is more of an outward social, be with the people you love month, which of course coincides with the holidays. How perfect. It's also a numerology month 3. So 3 month is all about, like I said, social, expression, creativity, optimism, joy. 3 is the sunshine number in numerology. The angels were really saying this month is a reprieve after the heaviness of November and the releasing in November. And like I said before, this is an inner child month, an inner child indulgence month to be sure. So really lean into that. I am really getting the vibe that people are going to go bigger on their holiday decorations, more lights, more blow ups, more baking cookies, lots of holiday music. So I really feel like there's just more indulgence for your inner child this month. So really lean into that. Watch those movies you used to watch as a kid that spark so much happiness, and just think about all those little traditions. Maybe it was making hot chocolate and driving around to see lights. Even if you don't have kids, go do that for a night and just indulge your inner child. I also wrote down that after all of the releasing and shedding in November, more of your true self is coming online. So let her shine this month. This is your month to be shiny and bright and social and bubbly and really let yourself shine unapologetically. With that being said, this is the final month of our year 9 in numerology. And if you've listened to my other energy forecasts, you know our collective year 9, we're in the year of what's called the year of the snake, the shedding year, the releasing year, the tying up loose ends, the completion year of a 9-year cycle. So there still might be some releasing and shedding happening this month. It's going to feel a lot lighter and a lot less heavy than last month, but just be mindful of that and just let it happen. Now let's dive into the cards for your energy update. We're starting with the themes for December. So the first theme is renewal of peace. Showing the card here if you're watching on YouTube. I love this card. It's so cute with the little baby there. The second card is empowerment. And the third card is leap of faith. Okay, so let me read what these cards mean. Let me see what stands out here. So renewal of peace. It is important to maintain peace with all aspects of your life, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Inner imbalances can manifest if you don't make time to care for yourself. Balance is best achieved through listening to your body. Take time for yourself. Allow your inner power to heal and return to being peace-filled. This will assist you and make you stronger. This is a message that I've been getting as well. This makes so much sense if you move through, like I said, illness, heaviness, intensity of emotion. There was just a lot of releasing last month. It's really the time to kind of fill your cup. I highly recommend listening to my last episode. It was called Move from Burnout to Thriving. The whole episode was all about just moving through the holidays really consciously and protecting your peace, because it's so easy to get swept up in all the activity and there's just so much going on, especially if you have kids, all the family stuff. And so it was all about protecting your peace and how you can just really cultivate that over the season, taking these little mini moments of mindfulness. I give you so many tips and tricks and ideas that I've shared in my last event with my clients. So I highly recommend listening to that. It's like 19 minutes. Okay, so renewal of peace is your first theme. Empowerment is your second theme. Let's dive into this one. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over to anyone who needs your help. You're being directed to take action to remove any difficulties and resolve any problems. Be receptive to guidance. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Be alert to seemingly, I can't talk today, random input, which will give you clues and ideas that had not occurred to you earlier. Once you've picked up these signs, pursue them diligently with determination. When you know what action to take, take it. The potential for them to pay off is immense. Okay, that's exciting. And then the last card, leap of faith. Let's dive into this one. You are in a transition period. Oh, what did I say at the beginning of this? Where you need to draw on your faith, intuition, and knowledge and take the leap. You will not fail. You have a safety net of support in place. You will overcome any fear and find a beautiful outcome on the horizon. If you do make a mistake, you have the ability to try again and learn from what did not work the first time. All signs indicate that if you just trust, you will succeed. Jump headfirst into the void of the unknown. Even if you fall, for a while you will soar. Oh, I love that card. Oh, that's so exciting. Please let me know how this pans out for you. This sounds like a really, really exciting month for you. Okay, next card. So I asked, what are the challenges that the listeners might experience this month? And the card, there was only one that popped out. It's from the Ancient Stones Oracle. Guardian Stone, awakening, progress, initiation. This card is a sign that you're progressing along your journey, that you have or are being activated at a cellular level. An initiation is or soon will be happening. You're changing and transforming at a deep level. The awakening process is never straightforward or simple. It's not something that can be easily spoken about or even understood in a linear way. The Guardian Stone invites you to unleash the wisdom and transformation within you. This card appears when you're on a great soul transformation, when your awakening journey is going both high and deep. One thing is for sure, you're changing, transforming, remembering, and becoming all that your soul dreamed of. Progress is happening. Initiation is in process. You're doing it, and you're closer than you think. I say yes to the deepest and highest journey of my soul. I say yes to the transformation and call upon the ancient ones who never forgot to walk beside me every step of the way. This is such a powerful card. There's so much happening collectively with awakening, but I feel like for the people that are resonating with me and my clients listening to my work, y'all are like a little bit further ahead than the collective, to be sure. Some of you are way further ahead. Some of my clients have changed so much these last, I would say, like 9 to 12 months. It's been incredible to see. And that's exactly what happened to me with my awakening. It was like, I'll do a podcast episode on it at some point, but my awakening was this slow opening, like a little bit of curiosity, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, I blasted open and happened really, really fast. And I just progressed so quickly, and it can be really jarring on your nervous system. I know for me, it was just so intense. Like sometimes I would be in bed at night and I remember feeling like, oh my God, my whole body is just vibrating, like upgrading. I couldn't even sleep. I very vividly even remember when that particular awakening was happening, and it was like I was literally upgrading at, like she says, a cellular level, an energetic level, and my body was vibrating, like taking in all this high vibrational energy or just opening. I don't even know exactly what was happening. I remember being like, what is going on? Why is my bed shaking? I went downstairs. I'm like, is there a fan on underneath the room? I mean, it was wild. So if you've ever been there, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is exciting. You are transforming rapidly, and it's just confirmation. It also reminds me of something. If you know Lee Harris, I don't listen to many like spiritual thought leaders channels, especially with channels. Like you need to be extremely discerning who you listen to because there's a lot of ego. There's some channels who are really big who you shouldn't be listening to. I'm not going to say who, but they have like a negative agenda. Anyways, I'm extremely discerning, even if it's just me listening to their podcast. So I take this class every October from Lee Harris. I just love him. I've never met him, but wow, that man is such a gem. Highly, highly recommend following him. He's super, super grounded. He's been a healer for, I don't know, I want to say like 20, 30 years. And he just said something recently, and like your angels are bringing it up, where he was saying there was so much high frequency energy that was just like flooding the planet. I think he said in November. I don't know if it started October. And that was part of the reason people were purging. But you are literally able to hold more light, which means that you're able to experience, I guess what you could call it like a more positive reality, a more high vibe reality in your life. It's just really, really exciting. So that feels like part of this transformation for you. Okay, next card. So I asked about opportunities. What are the opportunities that we might see in December? And what came through was the records. Remember why you came. Be bold. Legacy. I've gotten this card so many times, I don't even need to read the description. This is all about following your truest path, your soul's calling, what you're here to do. And I don't think anything else needs to be said about that. It's a powerful card. The next card is Weather the Stones, Let It Change You, Embrace the Unexpected. I am fairly certain we got this card last month. If not, I personally got this card last month, which made perfect sense. Once Hudson broke his elbow, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. It was intense for our family, and it actually opened up a lot of really important conversations with me and my husband, and even with us with Hudson, like some things that he was feeling. It really ended up being a positive experience now looking back, even though it was awful when it was happening. Weather the storms, let it change you. Embrace the unexpected. Let's just read the description for that one. The stones know that every storm will pass. The harshest weather shapes who we are over time. Nothing is ever wasted. The greatest challenges end up being the things that make us, not break us. This card puts challenges in perspective and reminds us that through challenge comes growth, and through hardship comes resilience. Whatever you're going through, you'll get through it. However hard things are, the weather will improve. No matter how rough the seas and bitter the winds, soon the sun will appear. You're stronger than you think and becoming more brilliant through the extremes of your life. Let the changing seasons craft you into even more of who you truly are. Now, I don't feel like this is going to be, like I said, it's not going to be an intense month like November, but maybe there's something you're still moving through. It feels like this is with like relationships in particular. It could be like family. So just remember this as you're moving through it so that you can move through with more ease and more grace. And I actually think I am going to read the records card because I feel like it's so powerful. Let's see. It is. Okay, there's a reason you chose to come to this planet at this time in this body. Your time here matters. You have the opportunity to make something of your life, to make your days, weeks, months, years, and decades count. Remember why you came here. Dare to truly live. Create what you came here to create. Love who you came here to love. Do what you truly long to do and be the bravest, boldest version of yourself. Get busy leaving a legacy by living like you mean it. Too many people live their lives in fear. They dim their light and fail to truly live. They die with music still in them, with dreams that haven't been lived into, with poetry that has not been written, with songs that haven't been sung. What do you want your legacy to be? How can you live more loudly and proudly? How can you devote your life? What can you do? Oh, wait. How can you be a little more bold? That's beautiful. And the activation for that, the affirmation, I'm ready to live my life boldly and sing the song I came here to sing. I am 41, getting close to 42, and I have to say, there was something for me that hit in my late 30s. And it hit earlier than that. Like it starts a little bit, I feel like in your early 30s, and I'm sure it's different for everyone. But it was like my late 30s, especially as I was turning 40, where I just went into full blown like fuck it mode. I sorry if you have little ones listening. Life's too short. Well, I feel like I need to share this story. I'm someone who really repressed my voice for many, many years, which people that know me now would probably be really surprised by that, the people that have met me the last few years. But I really repressed my voice. I really dimmed my light to fit in for so many years. Oh my gosh. Some of that came from childhood. Some of it just came from like schooling and peers and getting knocked down, getting bullied. Some of that just came from being a super empath who feels everyone else's energy and just wants everyone else to feel comfortable. But I've realized time and time again, I'm a truth teller. That's part of why I'm here. I activate people and I also can repel people with my truth, but that's okay. Like my soul has literally told me, your job is not to like coddle people and hold them through however they're going to feel and react after you say something. Your job is to say something and you always say it with love. Say what you're meant to say and you say it with love, but you say it how you want to say it. You don't dim it. You don't change it to be more palatable. And this is something I feel like I'm still working through a little bit, but the last 3 years, I guess, my throat has just opened up so much and I just feel so much more myself. I feel so much more embodied in who I am. I feel like my soul speaks through me all the time and it's a really, really powerful feeling. So that's something that like I'm very much meant to do and that may or may not resonate for you. But I just wanted to share that as part of this. I guess I would call it an activation. Okay, so where were we? Next card. This is interesting. Obstacle. This is one of your potential opportunities, not challenges, opportunities. So obstacle. Find another road, flexibility, change. Let's read this one. There's nothing subtle about stone. If a large one appears upon your path, it can block your way forward. You can try all you like, but attempting to move something that will not budge is probably a waste of energy. When obstacles appear on our path, it's easy to feel frustrated and stubbornly try to push through. However, sometimes obstacles occur in order to show us a different way. This alternate route may feel like a detour, but if you're able to zoom out of your life and gain a greater perspective, you may find that what you thought was an obstacle was actually a blessing all along. This card is an invitation to pay attention to where there's ease and where you're trying to force, cling, push. Trust in the seasons of your life. Let life move you. You'll not only find more flow and ease along your journey, but more joy and fun too. And the inquiry here is, where in your life are you stubbornly pushing on through? If you weren't afraid of change, what would you do? I actually got tattooed on my arm. You can see if you're watching on YouTube, the word flow, because I am a recovering type A. I say that all the time. It's true. Recovering perfectionist is something I'm still like diving into the layers of why I am that way. I know a big piece of it for me is safety, like knowing what's next. If I have control, then I am safe. If I have control of the outcome or perceived control, then I can get what I want and I won't be disappointed. A big lesson for me has definitely been flow. And it's funny because I'm super intuitive as well. So when I'm in my intuition, I'm flowing with whatever comes and I'm receiving ideas and creativity and downloads. And life is so much more easy. It's so much more magical. It's like this push and pull that I personally have. I think a lot of us, especially if you are a mom or if you're in like a businessy kind of field or maybe both, we can be in our masculine for certain aspects of our life where it is like, da da da, we got to set the schedule, we got to do this, and you are kind of controlling all these things. So it's like, how can you invite more ease and flow into your life, especially in December when our schedules are packed? That's your invitation. Okay, so next I said, what do we need to know or what action can we take to manifest your highest December? And the two cards that came through are Shining Through and Call of the Muse. So shining through is all about letting yourself shine, which I feel like we've talked about a lot already on this podcast. Call of the Muse is all about creativity and letting inspiration flow. Let me look at the description and see if there's anything that stands out. Ooh, okay, so Shining Through talks about literally what I just talked about. Self-expression without filters or masks, authentic communication, being proud of who you are, shining in the world and refusing to make yourself small just to belong. You are being called to step into your true power and essence. This is one of those times where you're required to bring everything you are, all that you've learned, experienced, integrated, and offer it up to service in the world. When you take center stage, you will be noticed. As you shine brightly, you naturally stand apart from others. That might scare some of you, but it's a good thing. Let's see if there's anything else. You've come so far. Step into a new consciousness, seizing a new opportunity to share your wisdom. Be like a lighthouse shining through the dark, illuminating the way for others. Share your gifts. It's your duty. Celebrate this. Oh, I love that card. And then the Call of the Muse card. So the key concepts are creative expression, being in the flow of creativity, tuning into inspiration, allowing this creativity without being self-conscious, writing and journaling as a means of connection, answering the call of the muse. Imagine your creativity stemming from another spirit guide, the muse. Open your heart and let magic flow through your intuition and emotion. Journal. Finish that writing project. Start something new. Paint, sing, dance. Don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plans for you. So that is the Call of the Muse. So that goes perfectly with this creativity energy I was feeling and also with the numerology of the month. Now, next I said, okay, well, Where is this month taking us? What's the outcome of December? I got some interesting cards for the outcome of this month. So the first card was the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This card may feel confrontational, but don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We become wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. If we aren't careful, we can see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. First, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And second, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. We are all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. Okay, that's interesting because one thing that my soul actually taught me to do, and I need to create a meditation for this, is with the people that you are struggling with in your life. Envision meeting them in meditation and seeing them as their inner child. You will instantly soften. It's an incredible practice. It will give you so much compassion for them. You may receive information from their inner child as well, but it'll really bring a lot of healing and forgiveness, at least on your side, and help you open your heart with them and just see them in a new light, because the most wounded people are walking around. It's their inner child. They're letting their ego run the show, and they're letting their wounded inner child run the show. So when we look at it from this new, different perspective, it really helps. The inquiry here on this card is, how are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften towards those who have hurt you? The next card for the outcome for December. Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. We love that. So much newness coming next year. I just did the astrology forecast with my friend Chelsea, and it was really, really cool to hear the astrology for next year, but then also like what I'm feeling intuitively, and then the numerology. It'll be a year one collective. I'm super, super excited. Okay, so this next card, there are solutions beyond what you can perceive. Surprising outcomes to your problems and situations. Resolutions that are in the best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured there is a way out. You will survive this, things will work out. If you feel like you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see that whole new world of solutions are available. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. And the question is, what can you do to shift your energy or your outlook? I will say this is something that I've been working on a lot with clients. Probably the number one reason that people come to me is for clarity. And part of gaining clarity is always like helping them see different perspectives and higher perspectives. Meditation is really powerful. I know I always go back to meditation, but this is something that has changed my life in so many ways because it does allow you to clear out your thoughts, drop the ego, drop the mind. You can also set the intention in meditation for your mind to move to the side, for your ego personality to move to the side, and for your heart, your soul to just speak through you and see what comes through that way to give you higher perspectives. If you need help connecting with your higher self, I have a beautiful meditation for that on my website. I'll have one coming out soon for connecting with your spirit guides. It's like way, way overdue to do it in a really safe, protected way. I'll have one coming out for connecting with your angels as well. So stay tuned for those. But yes, meditation is a very powerful way to expand your consciousness. Okay, the next card that came through is Child of the Cosmos. Again, we're on the outcome of December. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. You are being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells. Remember, you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe. You have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there ever were or will be. Remember, if flowers know exactly how and when to bloom, so do you. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing we are separate or feeling we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated, as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. How can you surrender more deeply to the intelligent flow of life? This is really having trust in yourself, in your intuition, in your soul, in your body, in all parts of you, and knowing that you have it all within you. I know that's so cliche. These cards are interesting. It's a beautiful outcome, though. You'll soften to love. Perhaps you may be moving through a little conflict. Again, it feels like with family members, which can come up over the holidays. But softening and opening your heart to love, really remember that. Know that new solutions and beginnings are on the horizon and you'll get through it. And just remember that you have everything you need within you. You can tap into God, Source, Universe anytime. Last question I asked was, is there anything else we need to know? And this one, I think I got this one too for my own energy update. Clear out the old, which makes perfect sense, being the last month of the 9-year. This could be physically. I know I love to clear out the kids' toys. I love to clear out clothes and just clutter around this time of year. I always tell them Santa cannot bring anything unless we donate and clear out what we no longer need. I just spent so much time going through my kitchen cabinets actually this past weekend, and it felt so, so good. I have like 2 more drawers to do, and I'm so excited about the organization. But just clearing out the old. So this could be physical. It could be remnants of emotion. It could be relationships that either the contract's up, like you need to move on, or it could be relationships that need to transition to a higher state and change. So let's see what they say for clear out the old. Let go and begin to dream of a new reality. Let go of the aspects of this creation of your life that no longer serve you or have a purpose. Release anything that has gone wrong in the past. Release any material possessions that do not serve the new dream you now want to create. Know that where you are now, you can always create a new and begin again. It feels like with this clearing out of the old, also start really visioning on what you want the new to look like. And you don't have to be super specific. You can be like, maybe you're looking to move to a new city or a new house, or like we're actually looking for a new car right now. You can be really specific and be like, I want to manifest this thing. But often what people miss about manifestation, it's the feeling. It's not even the thing that you're manifesting. You want to feel a certain type of way. So start thinking about, how do I want to feel next year? And one thing I've been playing around with that I'm really loving doing is setting an intention with a word of the month. If you are on my newsletter or you read my blog on my website, I said my word of the month last month was presence. I really felt called strongly to presence. I knew that I wasn't giving my full attention to any one thing. I was getting pulled in many directions in my workday with my kids. I was doing something I said I would never do, which was continuing to do some work after the kids got home from school. I always said I'd be fully present with them. That was always my dream. So you got to read the blog, but my word was presence. How divinely timed was it that Hudson broke his elbow, and my full presence and attention had to go on my child and what really mattered for our family. And my husband and I had to go into this just partner mode of taking care of the kids and doing everything for him and staying overnight in the hospital, and he had surgery, all these things. So whatever you set the intention for, know that it's going to come through. It's going to come to fruition. It might not be the way you expect. I certainly did not expect that to happen last month, but it really shifted so much for my husband. I am so, like I said earlier, I'm so grateful that it happened because it was a huge wake-up call for both of us where we weren't being present. So maybe take a few moments after you finish listening to this to journal if you have the time, or if you're driving, just turn everything off and think about, like, what do I want my word of the month to be for December? Then take some time also this month to decide how you want to feel next year. You don't have to set your word of the year yet, but just decide. Maybe there are like 5 keywords that you want to feel, like you want to manifest that specific energy. Just take some time to vision on that. And if there is something that you really want to happen in your life, take some time to energize that vision as well. If you are in need of clarity this month, emotional release, intuition development, burnout recovery, whatever it may be, I do have a few soul mentorship sessions left. I just added a few more days to December. So check those out. You can email me as well. I'm more flexible over winter break. If the timing doesn't work out and you're looking for a specific time, just let me know. And I have lots of new guided meditations coming over this next month. I will keep you posted on that. And I hope you enjoyed this energy forecast. I can't wait to hear how it landed, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening to the High Vibe Soul podcast. Your support means the world to me. So if you enjoyed this episode, please rate, review, subscribe, and share with a loved one. Sign up for my newsletter and receive 2 free high vibe meditations straight to your inbox. And for more ways to work with me, click the links in the show notes. I would love to hear from you, so send me a message on my Instagram at the.highvibe.soul, and I'll see you next time.